What's up everybody, welcome to another honest review video. Today I have this Vivo iQOO 10 Pro and this one is my Vivo iQOO 9 Pro. Side by side, these two are almost identical and even performance wise these two performs so similarly. Yeah, as Vivo iQOO 10 Pro comes with the newest Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 SoC, this one performs a bit better than Vivo iQOO 9 Pro, but the differences are almost marginal. And truly, Vivo iQOO 10 Pro in-game performance isn't as fluid as Realme GT2 Master Explorer Edition. This Realme GT2 Master Explorer Edition costs almost half of Vivo iQOO 10 Pro, but performance-wise, both of these two performs similarly. And if we bring price into consideration, this one is well ahead of Vivo iQOO 10 Pro. And I'm so unhappy to see that some people are really praising this smartphone shamelessly. Trust me, I would go for this Nubia Z40s Pro over this Vivo iQOO 10 Pro on any day. Like if I wanna take photos, I would go with this one. If I wanna play games, I would go with this one. If I wanna use my smartphone as an entertainment device, then even I would go with this one. Yeah, as usual, I'm gonna start from unboxing and then we will check everything. But before that, one request to my true subscribers and regular viewers. Please make a comment and let me know. Don't you think Vivo is hurting its users by releasing so many flagships within a year? Now, the iQOO 9 Pro users will have had time to sell this smartphone because there is a new flagship available in the market from the same brand. Do you think it's acceptable with the same hardware? Please make a comment and let me know in the comment section below. Well, it's time for unboxing, but before that, one request: if you end up liking this video, then please don't forget to click on the like button and please subscribe to this channel. Support honest and true content. Well, I have got this 12 plus 256GB edition of Vivo iQOO 10 Pro and I have got this BMW edition. Typical Vivo packaging, let's unbox it. After opening the top lid, there is our Vivo iQOO 10 Pro. Let's put the phone aside and let's see what things we have got inside the box. As usual, there is an envelope and inside the envelope there is a iQOO card. Okay, this card shows that this smartphone was manufactured in partnership with BMW M Motorsport and there is a quick start guide. Vivo has also included a SIM ejector tool in this envelope. This is the protective case of Vivo iQOO 10 Pro. On this protective case, they have printed powered by V1 Plus, premium partner, BMW M Motorsport, iQOO, a lot of things, and this protective case doesn't look premium. Too many marketing materials on this protective case, and yeah, quality wise, this is even worse than Vivo iQOO 9 Pro protective case. Yeah, Vivo iQOO 9 Pro protective case also had its iQOO logo and their slogan, "Fascination meets innovation," but the quality of Vivo iQOO 9 Pro protective case is way better than Vivo iQOO 10 Pro. I'm really feeling disappointed. Well, underneath the protective case, there is a USB-C to USB-C charging cable, the same cable that I have got inside my Vivo X80 Pro box. So yeah, now Vivo and iQOO is sharing things like OnePlus, Realme and Oppo do. Anyway, I think this is the star of the show, a 200-watt charger. Yeah, this is a flash charge 200-watt charger and it's written over here 200 watt as this Vivo iQOO 10 Pro supports 200-watt charging. So yeah, that's an upgrade over Vivo iQOO 9 Pro. Well, it's time to unwrap our Vivo iQOO 10 Pro. Here is our Vivo iQOO 10 Pro. Yeah, Vivo has tried to change the materials, tried to give it a new outlook and appearance. At the rear panel, there is this vegan leather. I mean, Vivo call it vegan leather, but this is some sort of plastic, well-processed plastic, which feels like leather. And in between, there is this racing stripe. This is so very cheap. Let me show you. Actually, the racing stripe of Vivo iQOO 9 Pro is integrated into this glass panel. But the racing stripe of this Vivo iQOO 10 Pro is a piece of plastic which is attached on this back panel, and in hand it feels so cheap, so ugly. This iQOO 10 Pro feels way cheaper than Vivo iQOO 9 Pro. And this rear camera block, this total panel actually resembles a Vivo X70 Pro Plus. There is no such innovation involved at all. This looks like a spin-off version of Vivo X70 Pro Plus or Vivo X80 Pro, and yeah, they're just trying to fool people, they're just trying to get more users, more buyers, and they're just trying to make more money. Trust me, this one even feels cheaper than Realme GT2 Master Explorer Edition. Wow, this Realme GT2 Master Explorer Edition at least have some innovation, looks better, feels better, totally feels premium. And this Vivo iQOO 10 Pro, Well, I really don't know. Why does this Vivo iQOO 10 Pro exist? Okay, on my right hand, this is Vivo iQOO 9 Pro, and on my left hand, this is Vivo iQOO 10 Pro. Side by side, there is almost no difference. On top, there are two antenna bands, there is a secondary noise cancellation microphone and the IR blaster. Yeah, Vivo has changed the placement of this IR blaster, but other than that, everything is totally identical. Look at this, even if Vivo has changed the placement, everything are the same on Vivo iQOO 10 Pro as the Vivo iQOO 9 Pro. At the bottom, it's totally identical. Bottom firing loudspeaker, antenna band, USB-C port, primary microphone, and dual SIM compact SIM tray. Everything is the same. It's the same on the left side too. There is no such difference whatsoever. Well, it's time to go through the review process. Let's check the display panel. We will check this display panel side by side with Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra and Xiaomi 12s Ultra. Let's see whether this one can compete with the big boys or not. And then we will check its stereo speaker setup. But I need to mention one more time, there is no dedicated secondary speaker to create better symmetric stereo sound. iQOO 10 Pro comes with a 6.78-inch LTPO3 2K AMOLED panel. It's a Samsung E5 panel. Auto brightness, eye protection, dark mode, auto lock, portrait orientation lock, font style, font size, all the options are available, and we can also choose screen colors. There are three options: standard, professional, bright. Also, there is an option adapt to ambient light temperature. As this is a 2K panel, we can select between 1080p and 1440p. I personally prefer 1440p. As usual, iQOO 10 Pro supports 120Hz refresh rate, but there is no 90Hz. I really prefer 90Hz because that's the sweet spot which saves battery and offers fluidity. There is an option called Visual Enhancement. Visual Enhancement optimizes the color and contrast of some pictures for more vivid display effects. Okay, look at this. There is some sort of banding going on. This is almost unacceptable. Why would an expensive flagship smartphone display panel have banding issue? I'm so very unhappy. I will run a 4K video on this iQOO 10 Pro side by side with Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra and Xiaomi 12s Pro. You check by yourself. Personally, I'm truly not satisfied with this iQOO 10 Pro display panel. iQOO 10 Pro got stereo speakers set up, but there is no dedicated second speaker. Vivo has used the earpiece to create stereo sound. Let's listen to the same music side by side with S22 Ultra and 12s Ultra. Vivo iQOO 10 Pro sound quality is even inferior to iQOO 9 Pro.
You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different, and you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible. It's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow. You can't be a pro, no, it's your time no more. Who the f are you to tell me what to do? I don't give a you say you disapprove. I'm gonna make my move, I'm gonna make it soon. And I'll do it cause it's what I wanna do. Cause all these opinions and all these positions, they come in millions. They blocking your vision, but no, you can't listen. That shit is all fiction, cause you hold the power as long as you're dreaming.
We all have a lot of expectations from this iQOO 10 Pro. Now let's run Antutu benchmark a few times. Actually, we will run Antutu benchmark back to back 3 times. This will provide us a good indication of whether there is any thermal throttling or not.
I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work
Okay, after the first run, iQOO 10 Pro has got 1,079,000. Red Magic 7s Pro has got 1.1 million. Definitely Red Magic is doing better. Without wasting any more time, let's run again. Let's see whether there is any thermal throttling or not.
I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back better than last.
Okay, the scores are giving me mixed feelings. After the second run, iQOO 10 Pro has got 1,090,000. On the other hand, Red Magic 7s Pro has got 1.1 million one more time, and this time both of the smartphones have got better scores than last time. Amazing. Let's run Antutu benchmark for third time and check what type of scores can these two get. After the third run, iQOO 10 Pro has managed to get 1,089,000, while Red Magic 7s Pro has got 1,097,000. Yeah, iQOO 10 Pro has performed well, but it's still not as good as Red Magic 7s Pro. I prefer 3D Mark. Let's run this test. I have given enough time to these two smartphones after Antutu benchmark so that both of the phones can get back to the normal temperature. This test is nightmare for any smartphones, especially this wildlife extreme stress test. This test has 20 loops. It takes about 20 minutes and provides a lot of correct and useful information. iQOO 10 Pro has got 2764 in the first loop and 2656 in the last loop. That's its lowest score. The stability rate is actually very good, 96.1%. But the problem is, Red Magic 7S Pro has scored 2830 in the first and 2809 in the last loop. iQOO 10 Pro couldn't even manage to score the lowest of what Red Magic has scored. Moreover, Red Magic has way better stability. Insane 99.3% stability. Kudos to Red Magic. Vivo calls it a gaming smartphone. A lot of people call it a gaming smartphone, but without shoulder trigger or gaming buttons, without any proper gaming space, I don't feel like it's a gaming smartphone. Yes, of course, definitely, we can play games on Vivo iQOO 10 Pro. This one comes with the best SoC Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1, but side by side with Red Magic 7S Pro, when I play games on this iQOO 10 Pro, the performance makes me disappointed. Playing graphics intensive games isn't no fun on this iQOO 10 Pro. After playing Genshin Impact for 30 minutes in 27 degrees Celsius ambient room temperature, average frame rate of iQOO 10 Pro is about 53 frames per second, which is actually on a lower side. And there are heavy fluctuations, frame rate isn't that steady. In real life, gaming performance of iQOO 10 Pro is nowhere near to its competitors. Even Realme GT2 Master Explorer Edition's gaming performance is way better than iQOO 10 Pro. iQOO 10 Pro comes with a 50MP Samsung GN5 main sensor, 50MP JN1 ultra wide, and a 14.6MP sensor for 3x optical zoom photos. Yeah, Vivo claims that iQOO 10 Pro provides 3x optical zoom, which is an upgrade over iQOO 9 Pro's 2.5x optical zoom, but it's not truly optical. This is hybrid 3x zoom. Anyway, we can record 8K videos with this iQOO 10 Pro, but there is almost no stabilization in 8K. Let's check some photos taken with iQOO 10 Pro and Xiaomi 12S Pro.
I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shoot tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. I'm never gonna look back.
iQOO 10 Pro comes with a 4700 mAh battery, supports 200 watt wired charging and 50 watt wireless charging. It also supports 10 watt reverse charging. I think the 200 watt charger is the highlight of this smartphone. iQOO 10 Pro took only 15 minutes to get fully charged, I mean from 0 to 100%. This is incredible. But considering the fact that my Black Shark 5 Pro gets fully charged within 18 minutes with a 120 watt charger, I had better expectations from this 200 watt charger. I have managed to squeeze 6 hours and 40 minutes of screen on time in 1440p resolution, 7 hours and 20 minutes in 1080p resolution. The difference is actually not that huge, but yeah, I have used auto refresh rate in both 1440p and 1080p. Anyway, based on your selection of resolution, refresh rate and usage pattern, screen on time will vary. Vivo iQOO 10 Pro comes with Origin OS Ocean and Android 12. But I'm not sure in global market this iQOO 10 Pro will get Origin OS or not. Anyway, there is an option to extend your RAM. Vivo call it RAM expansion. Personally, I don't like this and I don't use it, but if you want, you can use it. iQOO 10 Pro has an ultrasonic fingerprint sensor which is the same as iQOO 9 Pro. I like this ultrasonic fingerprint sensor. This one is faster than any other traditional fingerprint sensors. As this ultrasonic fingerprint sensor covers a wider area, it's easy and more convenient to use. Like any other flagship Android smartphones, Vivo iQOO 10 Pro also comes with a face unlock option. It works fine and actually it's one of the fastest. Sometimes iQOO 10 Pro even gets unlocked when I'm not looking at the phone, and that makes me a bit worried about security. Okay, it's time for verdict. I'm a bit tired. I've been working hard to put this video together, and the final verdict is I'm not satisfied with this smartphone. There are a few reasons behind this. Number one, now iQOO 9 Pro users will have hard time to sell this smartphone, and this iQOO 10 Pro isn't a huge upgrade over iQOO 9 Pro. Another thing is, within this price segment, after all the updates, Vivo X80 Pro is doing already far better than Vivo iQOO 10 Pro. Vivo X80 Pro comes with a far better rear camera setup, and gaming performance is also almost the same. I don't see any difference. Finally, if you really wanna buy a Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 smartphone which offers a very good camera performance and very good battery smooth gaming performance, then I would rather recommend Xiaomi 12s Pro over Vivo iQOO 10 Pro. And Xiaomi 12s Pro is actually almost $150 less than Vivo iQOO 10 Pro, and on top of that, Xiaomi 12s Pro comes with a better rear camera setup. Well, that's my verdict. I would like to know what you think. You can see from my face, I've been working hard for last 3 days to put this video together. Everyone in this Hunt Studio Pro have worked hard and tried to provide you with the correct information and honest opinion. So it depends on you whether you wanna go with this iQOO 10 Pro or not. But I cannot be a shameless person, so I cannot promote this one. I cannot say this is a very good choice. Well, that's all. I'm not gonna waste any more of our time, and if you have liked this video, then please don't forget to click on the like button and subscribe to this channel. Support honest content.
Let's go. Yo, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it. Fuse like a magnet, lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket.